The diet ends up running in a 53-day cycle. It starts off with 2 days of loading, followed by 30 days of losing, followed by 21 days of stabilization. Now what it ends up being is your body is only going to go into that rapid weight loss for so long. Not only that, when you start looking at people who are overweight, especially grossly overweight, it ends up being frustrating to think, oh, I'm going to be on this diet for, well, forever. Weight Watchers is, again, one of the #1 companies with losing weight, but it's really, really slow, okay? With this diet, you can lose 20 to 40 pounds, and everybody who has done the diet in its entirety has lost at least 20 pounds. I had a call yesterday where a guy has lost 26 pounds in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And they do. You know, their metabolism, but not only that, it's their muscle mass. They have more muscle than women do. So anyway, during the 2 days, what you're doing is you're loading your body up with good healthy fats. Okay, on the diet, you are eating 6 smaller meals. However, what that does is boosts your metabolism, because if your body knows that it's going to get more food, realizes that it can also let go of some. It's a ketogenic diet, so the foods that you are eating force your body into breaking down its own fat. Okay, a fat cell is made of oils, ketone, and glucose. Every cell in your body needs the glucose to function, okay? So if you're not giving it the sugar that it needs, what it does is it starts to break down those fat cells, okay? So during the 30 days, you are doing the low calorie, but because it is so frequent, your body is releasing that, okay? The 21 days is to reset your hypothalamus, okay? Everybody gets to that point where no matter what you eat, okay, you can eat anything you want, and you're pretty much going to stay at that point. Okay, you can starve yourself and you're going to lose like 2 pounds, right? All of us are at that point where you get on the scale, same thing. Unfortunately, as we age, that set weight point continues to go up. Okay, so during that 21 days, what you're doing is you're resetting your metabolism, but you're also resetting your hypothalamus to this is my new weight. So during that time period, you are eating, I've got one guy right now who's eating 3,500 calories a day, because that's what it takes to maintain his body weight, okay? And because we are stabilizing, that's what we need to do. So you can't lose more than 2, you can't put on more than 2 during that stabilization to reset. Everything takes about 21 days to set a pattern. Does anybody have any questions? You're supposed to come in. It's called vitamin. Well, the packet itself is called Vitamin Med. Okay, and in that packet there is an appetite curb, which is actually amino acids or amino acid building blocks, one of which ends up being a sugar stabilizer. There's B12. It's a B12 spray. It's B12 and B6. There is a gentle aloe laxative, which ends up, again, when you decrease the amount of foods that you're taking in, oftentimes your intestines start to slow down. Next thing is, what is the other thing that, an organ detox, okay, should helps to detox your body. Now, I do recommend organic foods. If you're going to be watching your diet to that extent, give your body good, healthy stuff and detox while doing it. So the product, back to what you asked, the products are called Vitamin Med. The program itself is not Vitamin Med, because they ended up sending me this little packet. Half of it's not true.
So how do you know how many calories each person should eat if you don't know their resting?
During the 30 days of dieting, they're eating somewhere between 600 and 800 calories. Okay? During the 21... and that's to maintain for you, okay? So this isn't a maintenance time. Now, during the 21 days, what you end up doing is you go to Google, you say, how many calories does it take to maintain this body weight, you know, this height, this weight, and you find out.
You're eating healthy, that's actually it's going to be a lot if you didn't know.
It absolutely is. When you're talking 3,500...
7 meals a day.
Oh, that's great.
Always full.
That's great.
That's like 2 times. 16. Yeah. It's 2 times the amount of calories. I thought you, yeah, I was 16 years old. Yeah, 6,800. I ate 1,600. Yeah.
Now, the 21 days, are you eating the amount that you want of the body you want to be at, or are you doing it for the amount that you just lost?
You are doing it for your current weight. So if you start off at 160, you're down to 140, and you want to stay at that 140.
But what if
Okay.
you want to be less than 140?
All of it runs in 53 days. So at that point, you've got to maintain your weight. You can't lose more than 2. You can't put on more than 2 for that 21 days. So if you've got more to lose, what you end up doing is you repeat the whole cycle. So after the 21 days, you can go back on the diet, do the 2 days of loading, the 30 days of loss. And you'd be surprised at how many people have asked me that too. Well, once I lose this weight, can I go back to eating the way that I was?
Because you actually
Well, yeah, but that's going to end up right back to where you were.
or more, because your body thinks you can start and that's going to start showing all that.
Well, that's actually the reason for the 21 days, okay? Unless you just start eating a whole bunch of crap, your body does want to be at that weight that it's at after the 21 days. So it prevents that, 40 pounds plus thing. Any other questions?
How much does it cost?
Until the end of August, it's $250. What I've realized is it ends up being a whole lot more work than what I initially thought that it was, because I've got people every morning. Everybody's got to text me how much they weigh. Okay, when you wake up, you use the restroom. I get a text on how much, and I'm monitoring that every day. Okay, because I want to make sure that we're continuing to lose. If we're not, at that point, I've got to ask for the food journals that I've got you keeping, just to see, are you eating the same proteins? I've got people who, even though it's spelled out it's supposed to be a vegetable, they're eating a fruit at night. Okay, so their last snack of the day is a fruit, which is full of sugar, so then they're not losing what they should be losing. Okay?
Do you want to tell people your name and where they can get a hold of you that are watching?
You make me nervous. Yes, Dr. Jennifer Moses with Naples Abundant Health Chiropractic.
How can they get a hold of you?
Phone number is 239-592-5433. Thank you.